was thinking about the Canine Instructor Academy course and what for me made it different to some of the other courses that are out there. And what kept going through my mind was it's kind of like a circle. I was closing a circle and going full circle. And by that what I mean is that the training starts with me and I put what I think is the right information out there and I pass that on to other people who then I hope will pass that on to other people, and round it goes, and then some of those people end up coming back on the course. And that was what for me was a circle. I pass it out to them, they pass it out to their clients, and then ultimately those people end up coming back and doing the course. So I wanted to focus on two particular people who I think that really encapsulated what this circle is all about. So the two people I would really like to talk to and discuss this with are John and Claire Denyer, who set up their own business based on what they learned from the course, and Karen GRINDROD, who for me is really the kind of poster person for what this course was all about. So we're just going to have a little chat about that, and hopefully you'll see where I'm coming from. So for me, the kind of circle, this circle that kept going around in my head, thinking about this circle, and it began for me, in this case scenario, with you. And so you and I had a conversation and it kind of started from there. So how did we come to be?
We came to be because of this lovely dog here, Indy. Basically, when Indy was 2 years old, she was attacked by a couple of dogs in a very short space of time, by out-of-control dogs. And within just a few weeks, she had what I can only describe now as a doggy breakdown. And I had been to one of your seminars, which was a fantastic seminar. And I'd been to the seminar and felt that you might be able to help me to help Indy overcome a lot of the fears that she developed post these attacks, which were sound sensitivity, fear aggression towards dogs and people, and other trainers that I'd spoken to had said, you know, you'll never fix this dog, you know. So I contacted you and you came out and spent a good few hours with us, and we talked through how we could go about changing Indy's behaviour, how we could modify her behaviour and give her back her quality of life. And I'll never forget that during that afternoon, those few hours when you were with us, you said to John and I, if you guys ever fancy a change of career, then you should be dog trainers. You should do this professionally. And that kind of sat with me for the next couple of years, really. You know, we were already studying dog training and behaviour at that time, but just as a hobby. It was just a hobby, and helping a few friends out with dogs. But that became food of thought, which then later became the reality, especially when we moved down the line a few years and John was being threatened with a redundancy. And that's how it changed.
But when I came and saw you, it was very clear very quickly that, and one of the key things when you're going to work on fixing, whether it's your own dogs or somebody else's, is that you kind of get dogs. That you get dogs. A lot of people will look at this animal and just think, well, it's just a dog, but it's so much more than that.
Yeah.
And what was very clear to me was that the two of you got it.
Yeah.
So you came along, you did the course, and sure enough, you then started your dog training business the following week.
Yeah.
And so perhaps John can talk to us a little bit now about the process of how that went.
So it all kind of stemmed from there, and Family Dog Services came about very quickly after we did Rob's course. So would you like to explain how you actually went through that process, how we actually started the business and set Family Dog Services up?
Yeah, so I was given the fantastic opportunity of being made redundant, and we decided at that point that I was going to see if I could earn a living through dog training, and the first step was going to be to take Rob's instructor training course. So we went along on the course and we had high hopes for it, a lot of faith in Rob. And midway through the course, we were ecstatic about the progress we were making, what we were learning, and the content of the course. So we went off and we booked our hall, built a first roster of clients, and the week that the course completed, following week, we were starting our own business, Family Dog Services, from scratch. Now, over the last few years, that's gone from strength to strength. There's a huge market for dog training and behavioural work. people just want to have better relationships with their dogs. Quite often they don't know what they've bought, or they don't know how to achieve that. So I've been working now full-time for 7 going on 8 years.
Yep.
With dogs, and Claire has joined me in the last 4 or 5 years full-time herself as a dog training behaviourist. We've been very lucky. We've kind of gone full circle and come up to Suffolk a couple of times, do some lecturing for Rob on his course, and in the process of that we've met some wonderful people, clients, and also clients and other dog enthusiasts, if you like, that have gone on to become trainers.
So as John was saying, we've been very, very lucky over the last few years to, you know, meet some wonderful people through dog training, and one of the people that I met was yourself. So you came along to see me as a client with Bruce here, and your other dog as well.
Yeah.
And we got to know each other over a period of time. So do you want to sort of tell a little bit about why you came to see me and how that relationship progressed?
Yeah, so I actually first came to you in March 2000 or a little bit later, and we were in lockdown. We were in COVID lockdown, or we were just coming out of the first lockdown.
Yeah.
And I was having a few problems with my dogs, particularly Bruce. I'd done lots of training with him previously, and it wasn't quite doing what I needed it to do at the time. And I came across you through the Ladies Working Dog Group, because I'd always wanted Bruce to be a gun dog, and we had lots of niggly little faults that I couldn't put right.
You felt like there was a missing piece, didn't you?
Absolutely.
And as our relationship as trainer and as client developed, you grew in confidence in me showing you what that missing piece was.
Yeah.
And I could see such a natural ability in you. I remember speaking to Rob and saying to Rob, I think Karen would be amazing at this with, you know, some help. And I started pushing you to sort of get in touch with Rob about potentially joining one of his courses.
That's right, you did. You mentioned the course to me, and I was really keen to find out more. As I said, I had previously done some training, but this was offering me something that was different, and I felt it would be complementary to what I had already learnt about. And that was the case. It was something completely different when I went along to Rob's course. And I think it's really helped me to grow as a very practical trainer, to really achieve results which are going to work for people.
Absolutely. And you've seen it with your own dogs work, as well as, you know, now you're starting to obviously see clients as well.
That's right, yes. So I've just started up my own business, and I've just got my first few clients, and it's sort of the start of a very exciting journey. And my business, actually, my strapline is the missing piece in training.
Okay, so this for me is kind of what was running in my head when I was thinking about this circle. So we start with you two. When I'm running my course, I started running this course I started doing dog training because when I was a kid, my mum gave my dog away and broke my heart, absolutely devastated me. I couldn't recover from it. I missed him so terribly. So finally, when I was 18 and she let me have another dog, I felt this dog has got to be the best behaved dog in the world. And that's what started me on my dog training journey. And ever since, for me, it's been about trying to help people to not have to get rid of dogs that they really want to keep, but they simply can't train. So it's been a very passionate thing for me, much more than just being a business. It's about trying to help people get to keep their dogs. And then when I met John and Claire, they were going through that process of trying to get these two dogs to fit when at the time they weren't fitting. And then I helped them with their dogs. They then started their business, and then they went out to help people themselves. And then they got to Karen, who then they helped Karen with her dog. They persuade Karen to come on the course. Karen then does the course, and now she's running her own dog training business. And this for me is the circle that my course is all about. It's about creating people who can go out there and help other people, but also help themselves. So thank you very much, you people, for coming along to the courses, because it's enabled me to do what I've always wanted to do, which is help people, to help other people, to help dogs. Thank you very much.